Mark Haig, Nick Smith, row 4, Tom Ridley, Hayden Smith, Damien Lee, Ian Davis, Paul Tolan, Kev Marshall on row 5, Richard Hayward, Colvin Turner and Mark Stubblefield on row 6. Green flag at the back, and this will be an 8-lap race, that's all eyes to the line. Well, Damien Lee there makes a real jumping damage into the way really we'll wait to see what the official word is on that as they stream down through Paddington again for the first time. And what have we got at the front there? Kev Willie, who's out in front of bike number 51, but it'll be the number 5 of Luke McRae, who's there in second position. Mark Hayes, who he's improved so much throughout the course of last season. Of course, he's not a clubman anymore. He'll be scoring points in the main YPM championship, I suppose. So everybody's through Graham Hill Bend. Basically this time around, so all good stuff. Colvin Turner going a little bit wide there ahead of the 42 of Martin Pearson further down the field. But back at the front is Kev Willie, who does lead the way. Bike number 51 coming around clear weight on towards Clark Townsend, Luke McRae. Pretty much. There is a little bit of a gap between second and third, Luke McRae and Mark Haig. That is number 5 and 110. But coming around all ready to complete the first of 8 laps. That's David Ball is just making his way through on the 151 of one of the Smiths, at least anyway. That's Nick Smith, I believe. 25 will be Hayden Smith, his son. But of course, Nick Smith, a former Formula 400 champion and Sub-64 champion as well.
Yeah, did both the same year. Remarkable effort there from Nick Smith. But definitely the swingest chicken in the paddock. But certainly one of the quickest chooks, that's for sure.
Started racing in 1994, I think it was, against the likes of Scott Smart.
Yeah, exactly. So he's one of those folks who's been around for a long time. Very, very quick guy indeed. So his son has been making away. And I think something's going to be backmarked very early in the pieces. So I see a slower rider making their way through Clearway. Not quite sure who that is. Wait to get confirmation of that. One gets to returning Nick Shaw. I can't believe Nick's that slow. He used to be pretty quick, but he's been a long time out of the saddle as Willie rounds his way past very rapidly indeed. And quickly followed by McRae, who is already 0.8 of a second, but going quickest in the second set the first time. The second time around, it is David Ball. So David down in 4th place, chasing hard after Mark Hayes. But him and Mark are pretty much side by side across the line as they go over there. So not a lot in it. So back markers should have a role to play in this race. We do see this quite often here at the Indy circuit, of course. It is one of the shortest tracks we go to these days. Since we stopped going to Lincoln quite a long time ago. And obviously talking about the back markers is all part of the game. So some of these field riders now find their way past the slower machine. Willie McRae, Haig, Paul, Niels, Smith, Ridley, Smith, Smith, Ridley, Hayward, Smith, Lee, Davis, Colin, W, Turner, Pearson, Whitlock, Cross, Bailey, Order.
I think this will be Chris Whitlock's first full season, I think people were saying earlier, wasn't it? Of course, Chris Whitlock was one of the riders on the rental race there.
The red race, the 100 machine, of course. Is that out here?
No, I haven't seen it,
no, not quite sure. I thought there's somebody saying they've got the bike, but is it running with his number though? We've got no, Michael Frost is running his own machine, of course.
Yep, 199 for Michael Frost.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like Colvin Turner's going to be a retirement, Keith, up at Paddock Hill Bend. Not sure what's happened to that number 73 machine, but Colvin is a retirement, unfortunately.
Not a good way to start the season. That's a great shame for Colvin there, but easy place to get back to the YPM paddock there. The bottom of the main paddock there. So
you were right about Damien Lee as well. It's a 10-second jump car penalty, unfortunately.
He was well out of place when the lights went out, and he did really hamper himself, unfortunately. But such is the nature of racing. Quite spread out this field, actually. This is Luke's first time out. He's doing a very good job out there, but hasn't got the experience of the Christmas rider. That is carefully. Now, that record here for these guys is very rapid. swapping on just a little bit of the two teams. Shooting at no end ball from two teams.
Now it is one thing, he still has that position on the circuit, but the ball is right there in his wheel tracks. Stephanie making great ground, but straight once again. And lap will start any moment now. There goes Kev Woolley. Just 2.5 miles left in the race, and great. McRae. So there's a lap or two left in this one. But this one's on the Japanese
looking good though. With second for himself and I don't know. But the Kev Woolley who comes across the line, who takes the checkered flags for however many times in his career now. Number 5, Luke McRae, second position in the first ever YPM race. And he ends up 1.1 seconds ahead of David Paul. There goes Paul Neild ahead of Mark Hayes. And that is at 4th and 5th position. Tom Ridley in 6th place on bike number 166, and side-by-side stuff between Nick Smith and Calvin Hogan, which goes the way of Nick Smith by half a tenth. So 0.05 between Smith and Hogan. And Richard Hayward there, I think he started towards the back of the grid there, didn't he? Richard, I think you mentioned
Yes, he was
a long way down, wasn't
16th on road 6.
So made up 7 places there for the end. There's H. Smith Hayes there. Up next, and then it is the number 31. After that, before Addy, something of this public transport.